No, this bit's there.
Thus Spake Zarathustra by Friedrich Nietzsche, translated by Wes Cecil, illustrations by Axel Void. When Zarathustra was 30 years old, he left his home and the lake of his home, and he went into the mountains. Here he enjoyed his spirits and his solitude, and did not tire of them for 10 years. Finally, however, his heart was transformed, and one morning he rose with the dawn, stood before the sun, and spoke thus: "Oh, great star, what would be your happiness if you did not have those for whom you shine? 10 years you have climbed the path to my cave. You would have grown weary of your shining and climbing were it not for me, my eagle, and my snake. But every morning we were waiting for you, and received you for your overflow, and blessed you for it. Look, I'm exhausted by my wisdom, like a bee that has gathered too much honey. I need hands outstretched for it. I desire to give and share so that the wise again find joy in their folly and the poor in their riches. Therefore must I climb down to the depths, as you, in the evening, when you slip below the sea, yet bring light to the underworld, you overrich star. I must, like you, go under, as the men say, to whom I would go down. So bless me, you serene eye, that without envy looks on overflowing happiness. Bless the cup that wants to overflow, that the water may flow golden and everywhere carry a reflection of your bliss. Behold, this cup wants to become empty again, and Zarathustra wants to become human again. So began Zarathustra's going under." Chapter 2. Zarathustra descended the mountains alone and met no one. But when he entered the forest, suddenly an old man stood before him who had left his holy hut to search for roots in the woods. And thus spoke the old man to Zarathustra: "No stranger to me is this wanderer. Many years ago he passed by here. Zarathustra he was called, but now he has transformed himself. At that time you carried your ashes into the mountains. Will you now carry your fire to the valleys? Do you not fear the arsonist's punishment? Yes, I know Zarathustra. His eye is clear, and there is not a hint of cynicism in his face. Does he not move like a dancer? Zarathustra is transformed. Zarathustra has become child. An awakened one is Zarathustra. What do you want now amongst the sleepers? As if the sea you lived in your solitude, and the sea bore you up. Alas, do you want to step onto land? Alas, do you want again to bear your own body?" Zarathustra answered, "I love humanity." "Why?" said the saint. "Did I go into the forest and the desert? Was it not because I loved humanity all too much? Now I love God. I do not love humanity. For me, love of mankind is an endless task. Loving mankind would be the death of me." Zarathustra answered, "What did I say of love? I bring humanity a gift." "Give them nothing," said the saint. "Take something from them rather, and carry it for them."
He doing it at a different level, bro. and that's why you see him #1 spot for as long as it has been.
Beg for that. "No," answered Zarathustra. "I give no alms. I am not poor enough for that." The saint laughed at Zarathustra and spoke thus: "Then make sure they accept your treasure, for they are mistrustful of hermits and do not believe we come to bestow gifts. Our footsteps lie in their beds at night and hear, long before sunrise."
Stop the cap! Stop the cap right now!
I ain't better not get no goddamn scoop-diddy whoop poop on this goddamn shit. I swear to God, you got me fucked up.
Thus Spake Zarathustra by Friedrich Nietzsche, translated by Wes Cecil. "And what does the saint do in the forest?" asked Zarathustra. The saint answered, "Make songs and sing them, and as I make up songs, I laugh and cry and growl. Also I praise God. With singing, crying, laughing, and growling, I praise the God who is my God. But what do you bring us as a gift?"
This is fire. This is dope. That's what I'm talking about.